Hello everyone, welcome to Forensic Prep UGC NET. Today we are starting with the basics of forensic science. So let's start with the definition of forensic science. Forensic science is the application of scientific knowledge to solve any criminal case or to help in criminal investigation. There are 7 principles of forensic science: law of individuality, law of mutual exchange, law of progressive change, law of analysis, principle of comparison, law of probability, law of circumstantial fact. First law is law of individuality. It states that each and every object, natural or man-made, has its own individuality which is not duplicated in any other object. Means no two persons or no two objects are exactly similar. Let's take an example of identical twins. They look alike and even their DNA is also same, but there is a difference in fingerprint because fingerprint is unique in every person. Another example is a note of a 50 rupee note or 100 rupee note printed from the same printing press. It may look alike, but due to machines wear and tear, it have some differences. So no object or no two persons are exactly same. The third law is law of progressive change. It states that everything changes in a passage of time. For example, there is a bite mark. You know that bite mark fades quickly. So if in a particular time period we don't collect that bite mark, it fades away. So uh, with the time it changes. And another example of progressive change is if there is a crime scene and a blood drop is left over that place and we haven't collected it yet. If we don't collect it till 1 week 2 weeks, that blood sample, firstly that blood sample will dry, and then with the time it will get degraded, it will get contaminated, and the analysis of that blood sample will be very difficult. The fourth law is law of analysis. It says that the analysis can be no better than the sample analyzed. Means if we are not collecting a sample in a proper way, that sample is contaminated or degraded, we will not get the best results, we will not get the exact results, no matter how good method we used in analysis. So it emphasizes on the sample collection. Fifth one is principle of comparison. So the principle of comparison says that only like should be compared. Means if there is any question document which is written in Hindi, we must not compare it with English handwriting. And another example is we must not compare right hand thumb impression with the left hand thumb impression. So only like should be compared. Hindi script will be compared with Hindi script, and right hand thumb is compared with right hand thumb only. The sixth law is law of probability. All identifications, indefinite or definite, are made consciously or unconsciously on the basis of probability. Means there is a 50-50 chance of occurring any event. Okay. For example, um, there is a on a crime scene, there is a fingerprint left over a glass or anything, any object. Okay, and we have 4 suspects, and the fingerprint, question fingerprint, is of whirl pattern, and in four suspects, 2 have whirl pattern and 2 have loop pattern. So we we exclude that two persons with loop pattern and include two persons with whirl pattern, and compare the question fingerprint with two suspects with whirl pattern. That is the law of probability. The last law is law of circumstantial fact. It states that a fact don't lie, but man can and do. Means a person can give wrong information or tell wrong statement. A witness can give a wrong statement, but evidence at that circumstances will tell the exact truth. For example, there is a at a place a crime occurred, and a eyewitness saw person A is running away from crime scene with blood stained knife on his hands. But he thinks that he will think that that person is a murderer, going away or running away from crime scene. But when we examine properly, and every evidence was examined, we came into the conclusion that that person A was running to catch the actual murderer. So the facts never lie, but man can do.